Two things that'll be central to growing your podcast in 2023 are a YouTube channel and an email list.
And now, a look at what's trending in the podcast world and how it can help your show. It's the Jag Show Podcast.
First, YouTube. Don't be scared. If you're camera shy, this doesn't mean you need to shoot video of your podcast. There are tools like Headliner and others that'll take the audio of your show and either your show or episode artwork or an image of your choice, actually, and add one of those moving waveforms, and boom, it's a video file that you can either download or just connect the app to your YouTube page. You can even automate it to go to YouTube whenever an episode publishes. There's an example linked in today's show notes of what a Headliner video looks like on YouTube. Why is YouTube so important? Because YouTube is now a top 3 platform for both podcast discovery and podcast consumption. You may have noticed that Google, who owns YouTube, is eliminating the Google Podcasts app, and they're folding it into the YouTube Music platform. In fact, as a creator, if you have a playlist on YouTube, you can now designate it as a podcast. Podcast consumers are viewing and even listening to podcasts on YouTube. Sometimes the audio just plays in the background when they're driving or working on their TPS reports or however they're going about their day. YouTube and Google's search engine can't be beat, so it's an easy way to find and consume content. Now, the only downside is that your YouTube views and your podcast downloads are counted separately because YouTube doesn't yet use an RSS feed. But because of the exponential growth of podcasts and the fact that Google is now all in, my prediction is that this problem is going to be solved by late 2023 or early 2024. So get on YouTube now and don't be late to the party. The other key to your podcast is an email list. It's easy to set up with a service like MailChimp or Constant Contact or Aweber, which is what I use because it's got a template for podcasts. To quote my friend and colleague Tiffany from Twiz Creative, by using an email list, you are creating your own algorithm. You aren't relying on Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk to display content to your followers. Sure, post your stuff on social, it can't hurt, but an email list guarantees your listeners will see that you've just posted a new episode. In fact, if you'd like to subscribe to the email list for this podcast, you can do so at jagindetroit.com/subscribe. Thanks for listening and for following and subscribing. Later.
The most popular ways to grow a podcast are recommendations of friends and family. So share this episode with someone you know. And for any questions you have about podcasts, find Jag online at jagindetroit.com.